Today was a very good day because I finally was able to have a conversation with Patty about the imposters. This is how it went.
Thank goodness. Hallelujah. Hey, Daddy, how are you? Good. Would you like to come in? Sure. I'll leave that much. It's okay.
So your plants are still healthy.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Please have a seat wherever you'd like. Thank you for meeting with me.
You're welcome.
It's really important because of the imposter who has pretended to be the Secret Service, talking with you and meeting with you repeatedly over the years. I don't know where this man came from.
I've only met with him once.
He was in your sun porch this summer, and he said, "Look at him," and he was talking about me.
Oh.
So there was definitely more than once. There was also a meeting that was, I believe, September. I need to look at my records.
Sure.
September 15th, 2021, where he met with you, and then somebody who drives another vehicle met with Arvid at the same time. And the two people talked in between. I don't know where these people came from, but they divulged to Arvid that there was a lie. They didn't follow me back from Washington, D.C. like they told you.
Yes.
They were parked right over here in front of your tree where you couldn't see them.
Yeah.
They spoke with me first. I didn't give them your name.
Interesting.
They went over on their own to speak with you.
Interesting.
So I overheard the conversation in Arvid's backyard that the man said, "We told her that we followed him back to Ohio."
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is Arvid's friend or where Arvid knows this man from, but he's destroyed my life. I had no mental health history prior to you calling all the time to the police. And the diagnosis that I now have is a result of all of your phone calls.
Well, I apologize if I've caused it.
Okay, so the problem is the police don't believe me that the imposter came over and spoke with you. They think that it's a mental illness. And they're refusing to investigate the crime.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, sure it is.
Because he's destroyed my life with lies.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you've said then to the police that he said to you.
Well, the only thing that I've said, I think you've heard on 911 calls. That's all that I've said.
And did he tell you that I had a mental illness? Do you remember?
I don't remember whether he told me that. I don't know.
Okay, because at the time, I did not have one.
Yeah.
And now everything's fucked up in my life.
Yeah.
All of my friends who you spoke with and said that you and I were close friends, I don't know why you did that. But my fraternity brothers have shared that information with all of my friends. And now they think that I'm severely mentally ill.
Oh, geez.
And how to fix it, but I need your help.
Okay.
Because the police don't believe me.
Okay.
And I need this cleared up.
Okay.
I need the man investigated because it's illegal to impersonate somebody from the law.
Sure it is. I mean, I guess it's severe. I mean, I guess it's a
Exactly. And he keeps coming back. He renovated Arvid's house this summer.
Oh.
He's the one with the red-brown hair.
Yeah,
That's
the same one.
That's the imposter. They came in 2019 with an American friend. There was one that was white, and there was one that was African American.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, those were the two people.
Yeah.
And they were parked right here.
Well, I can't see.
For me to come home.
Yeah, and I can't see.
I know.
Over the hill.
I know. Joanne said that you have his card, or you have his information.
I don't think he left any information with me.
I wonder why Joanne told me that yesterday then.
I don't know why she told you that.
Okay.
I'll ask her why. I don't know who she's referring to.
Okay.
Because that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
For me to check it out, but she might know something more than I know, because she usually has a good memory. But I'll check it out. I'll see if there's something to know.
Okay, yeah. These people are not legitimate, and whatever they said about me is not true.
Well, they didn't speak much to me, ma'am.
They didn't?
No, they just didn't. It was over with and done. It was a room like that, and that was about it.
I wonder why they impersonated the government, though.
Sure.
And nobody from the Secret Service would come and talk to a neighbor about another neighbor and tell lies.
Yeah,
so they said that I was arrested in D.C. I was not. I was not arrested. I didn't get in trouble.
What makes so much sense, Ram, what you're saying, because they came to me and they thought what they had was erroneous information. I mean, they didn't have any information.
Right.
So, anyways, it was a short encounter. I can't remember it being more than a couple minutes. So I don't even remember what happened, what he said. I don't remember the details, that I should say. I would never be a good police officer.
I know that Arvid obviously knows him much better.
Yeah.
And Arvid's refusing to talk to me. I also found Jayun's iPhone linked to my Wi-Fi network, which is illegal as well. So
say that again, Matt.
His iPhone was linked to my Wi-Fi network.
Oh, wow.
So he was hooked up to my Wi-Fi network, and it gave him access to all of my devices that are on the network. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But this little...
How do you say his name?
Dr. Jung.
Okay, Jung.
Jayun. I think, or Jayun, or Jayun.
I have always said, I didn't really know how to pronounce it, but I said Dr. Jung. But,
yeah.
In that horrible situation, he's from Korea, right?
I think so.
Well, did you hear about the 150 people that died from they were partying, and they started to run down this alley, and it was just 11 feet. And somebody, one person fell, the next person fell on top of them. 150 people killed.
Oh my God.
And they were all young. I mean, they're all, it was, it's a tragedy. I'm going to guess, he could have, I don't know how big Korea is, but he could have killed somebody.
I really don't know. So I'm wondering what spurred all of the calls to the police and why Netcare comes over to your house all the time.
Netcare has not come over to my house. Yeah, I think they were there. I don't think they'd ever come up the steps.
Well, one person that has a license plate that has Annie B on the back.
Yeah, that's Joanne's sister.
Okay. I overheard a conversation about math in the front porch.
Yeah.
And then there's the one time that there was a representative, it must have been from Netcare, because she said, well, we can't promise anything, but there will be testing and an evaluation. Obviously, they were planning to do another stay of detention.
Yeah.
On
That could have been, that could have happened when you were with them.
So what were you asking?
I wasn't asking anything, they came to me.
I'm just,
trying to figure it out.
there's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
I'm being stalled by this man who pretended to be the government to you. And you're playing into it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
I'm not schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Patty. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But the police are convinced that I'm super mentally ill.
Well,
And I'm not.
they shouldn't think that.
And I need your help to get the police to go after this man. Because he should not have come into the neighborhood and destroyed my life.
He should not have. So, Rem,
And I need it fixed. So I don't know, maybe Kevin Connor, your friend on the police force, or any of the other people that you have been contacting.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't remember. I think I spoke with. I don't remember. Kevin Connor. That was the time that Netcare was there. Those were all.
I don't know who it is, but the police in Netcare are trying to target me, telling me or telling everybody that I'm mentally ill, and they think that I'm making up the imposter of the Secret Service story.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
Because you've got the proof.
Yeah.
That they came to you.
No, I do have the proof of it.
Yeah, and I need that. I've asked for over a year. And I'm at my wit's end. I'm losing my home, Patty. Because of it.
That's a shame, Ram.
And I need it fixed. And I need you to help.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's a shame.
I don't know. I'm buying a smaller house in a shitty neighborhood. So you'll get a new neighbor. But this whole thing has destroyed my life. And you're a part of it. And so is Arvid. And I need it fixed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at wit's end as to how to fix it.
I need the police to investigate, and they're refusing to investigate. If you were to contact the police and say, these people came into the neighborhood pretending to be the Secret Service, because I know you believe that they were real.
Sure, I do.
When they came.
Sure, and they didn't. Let me think about that. The one had an FBI hat on, and the other one did not.
They didn't show me any ID.
Well, that's
I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, I asked them where they were from because I was curious as to what on earth they were doing right here. And they said that they had an office down in the South End.
Doing what I don't know.
Really?
I mean, it's destroyed my life.
Yeah.
They're not connected to the government in any way.
Yeah.
I've got the guy's license plate number, but if you have his phone number or any contact information, it would be wonderful.
I'll check with Joanne.
Okay.
So anyways, Greg, your piano is beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you playing it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
That's great.
Everything in my life has been destroyed over this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I need it fixed before I can move on.
Well, I'll go back and I'll check with Joanne.
Okay.
About whether she has any, if she's saved any information I don't know about, I've forgotten about, and I'll let you know.
And maybe you can talk with Arvid too.
Yeah.
About giving me information where this guy came from.
Yeah.
I know that 437 Como. There was a redhead who was kind of younger, who has the mustache?
I don't know. The only time I go on Como is I walk down the alley when I walk, and I don't go daily there, and then my nephew lives over there.
Right. Right.
That's not my only association with the neighbor. But I see people when I'm walking. You see, after you've gone down it
Right.
1,000 times.
I know that you visited the neighbors directly behind Bill and his wife. They live in the White House because you stopped off there with your dog the day after I told you that I was having trouble with them.
Okay.
So,
my poor dog.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, and Grandma, I will never forget about how you kept your dog for 17 years, and now.
Okay. It's what caused everything to kind of escalate in my life and why I took a leave of absence. Once the leave of absence started, there was actual stalking by people in the neighborhood. I don't know why I was targeted by everybody. There's nothing going on here.
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm not a drug dealer.
Right.
So I don't get it. I don't understand what all of the
So what
shit
about getting a dog?
has been focused on.
What about getting another dog, Grandma?
I'm gonna need to get a new house first. I have to be concerned with moving.
Well, son, you're awful good with this.
I'm having a second showing today, so hopefully they like the house enough that I can get out from under it. I've lost my life savings because I've lived on my retirement account. And I don't have any money left. The neighborhood and this agenda to get me moved has made me poor. Wow. And you're a part of it.
Well, I apologize.
So I need it fixed. I need the police to look into and investigate the crime. Because if they pretended they were Secret Service.
Secret Service.
So,
Secret Service.
you know.
So, yes, is somebody seen your house for the second time?
Yeah. So, hopefully they'll like it enough.
Well, hopefully you'll find some peace someplace else. Yeah.
I hope so. I hope that I have neighbors that aren't so interested in what's going on in my house.
Yeah.
Because what happens in my house is my business, and it's nobody else's. And the fact that I've got somebody next door leading up to my wife like that, that's shitty.
It is really shitty.
And that's what the commotion was yesterday. I don't know if you knew or heard any of the commotion yesterday while they were raking leaves.
No, I did not.
Yeah. The police came, and I played for them the 911 tape, and I said, Patty is scammed by these two people.
Yeah.
She's clueless
as
to the fact that they violated the law, and you're inviting them into your house, and Arvid's meeting with them. It's really troubling. So I have been trying to set this straight and right for years because I found out in June when I got the 911 tapes. Rachel, two doors down, said to the police, Rachel, who moved,
yes, exactly,
said to the police in a 911 call that she knows I do pot and that I was either on or did opioids. I don't know where she got her information from, but both those things are wrong.
Yeah.
And I've got medical records that prove it.
That's great, man.
So the police aren't following any of my leads. They don't believe me. And I think they're not following my leads because they're trying to protect you and Arvid. Because anything you would have said to the police that came from them, and you could have said, well, the government said, and then repeated a lie to them.
I didn't remember. My memory is so bad lately.
Maybe the police will remember because
they should remember.
I've never been treated the way that I have by anybody.
Yeah.
police. The police treat me like shit. And I think it's because they were trying to please you, trying to get you to move. Because there was an agenda.
I can't speak to that.
This was years ago.
Can't speak to that.
Well, you had a big meeting in your living room with all the neighbors, and a man pulled up with a big stack of paper. He was the only one that drove. So I don't know what type of meeting it was.
I don't remember that.
But I wasn't invited.
Well, I can't
And
remember.
they all stood in your living room, which I can see from my windows.
I
And I went around the block, and when I went around the block, I could hear the same conversation coming out of different houses. So there must have been some sort of podcast about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not privy to podcasts.
The meeting happened in your living room, and I suspect the man that had big stack of papers
I can't
came
remember
to
that.
talk about me.
I can't remember that now.
Okay.
How long ago was it?
Years ago.
Oh, I can't.
It was before 2019.
Yeah.
But, I would think that you would remember. I guess not.
Yeah.
But this whole thing has really created a problem.
Yeah. So, Graham, let me ask you about your house. What's the asking price, if you don't mind if I ask? I know it's probably not.
$370.
Okay.
It's way below where it should be, but there's work that needs to be done to it, and I can't afford to have it done. So I'm trying to get out from under it.
What has to be done?
I put a hole in the wall,
Okay.
trying to open up the kitchen and dining room into one
Good idea.
living space, but I ran out of. I don't know what I'm doing, so I just stopped and left the hole there. So there's that, and then I took out part of the wall to make a shelving unit
Yeah.
and use some of the closet space, and it's not finished.
Okay.
So it needs a new coat of paint. There's just things that need to be done.
Yeah.
And I cannot afford to do renovations
Yeah.
to my house. So,
Well, I'm glad you have at least retired from Columbus Public or whatever.
well, I'm spending it to live. That's the problem. I'm running out of money, and I don't get Social Security, so I'm fucked.
Yeah. You don't get Social Security because you didn't put that, right, or whatever it's called. I know they call it something.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go check to see if Julian has the card or anything like that.
Okay.
And, boy, this floor looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can call the police or
Okay, well,
if all of us can sit down, I know that when Officer Lutz gave you a call, because he was assigned
that's
to my case, you told him that you didn't want to have a meeting with the three of us.
I know.
So I don't know how that happened.
Well,
But
I'll try to find out. I'll try to find out if I have anything.
I mean,
Julian has anything.
I don't want you to get into trouble. I'm trying to help you.
Well, I appreciate that.
So we need to work together.
I'm really sorry, Graham, that you're having so much trouble.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Patty. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
You have my number.
That's right.
Yeah. So please let me know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Patty. And tell Joanne I said hi. Okay.
That was that. Happy Halloween to the police. Trick or treat, because I'm not tricking you, but I'm going to treat myself. Have a good night.